In this video, we're going to talk about evaluating sources in different disciplines, specifically in the social sciences. When working on a project in the social sciences, you might be looking for a typical peer-reviewed journal article as we went over in the hard sciences section. But you also might be looking for a scholarly book, a news article, or an interview on a given topic. Again, this is when the context is incredibly important to determine what sources match your information need. For example, if you're looking for information on human behavior within a certain social justice issue, you might want to consider what types of sources you're required to use for that assignment. For example, on the topic of social justice, a peer-reviewed journal article about a certain theory or research method could provide you with a scholarly understanding of a topic, but might not provide you with a personal account or perspective on that social justice issue. Therefore, depending on your information need, you may also consider using scholarly books, news articles, interviews, or other types of sources which would provide you with a more holistic understanding of the issue. The date of the source can also be very important, especially when discussing a recent event or the historic state of a social justice issue. In this case, you would want to consider how the date of the publication could affect the source's credibility or its alignment with your own information need. You may also want to consider an author's credentials when evaluating a source. What expertise do they have that would be informing their writing? This may or may not mean authority in the traditional sense of an education degree, but it's important to stop and think about if an author is qualified to be writing on a specific topic. Bias. Bias is something to consider when evaluating a source, especially when we're discussing an issue such as social justice. How does the author or the publication affect what perspectives are in the source? When considering a research study in the social sciences, you could be required to investigate what methodology or theory the authors have used to inform their study. This will be clearly outlined in an original research study, specifically within a methodology section. If it's not, you might want to consider if a source fits your information need. If the source you choose is a typical research study, there will be distinct findings, which again will be included in a clear results and findings section in the information source. If the methodology and the results and findings are missing from a source, you may want to continue to evaluate if that source meets your own information need. References present in news sources, books, articles are all very good signs that the source is credible and drawing on knowledge in the field to make informed conclusions about a problem. Sources that rely on people's perspectives may not include as many references, but this does not necessarily mean that you should not use that source. Absence of references could be a sign that you should stop and consider your information need to determine if that source meets your need. If you're at all unsure, you can always reach out to your professor or a Milne librarian. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any more questions, please reach out to us here at the Milne Library.